to know about a dozen times. And Chris pointed out to me that I never actually talk about myself. And this surprised Chris because I'm American. So tonight, I'm going to share with you my story, how I came to be in Bali. And everything I want to say tonight is true. Don't shit where you eat. That's an expression we use in America. And usually when we use an idiom like that, we're replacing something negative with something more positive. He's not unemployed, he's a content creator. She's not dieting, she's doing intermittent fasting. But don't shit where you eat is the rare expression that uses more negative language than what it's replacing. And what it's replacing, the meaning of that phrase is don't have sex with a coworker. And the reason that we use such strong language and graphic imagery is because it's a warning. And we need that warning because sometimes sleeping with a coworker doesn't seem like that bad of an idea. Sometimes it seems like a great idea, especially when you're her boss and she just got engaged. Hi, I'm Fritz, and my journey to the stage tonight started because I lost my job because I was shitting where I ate. And after I lost my job, I was depressed. All day long I smoked weed and played video games. It was hell. Heaven for an Indonesian, but I wasn't doing so well. And so a friend of mine sent me some details about auditioning for a new TV game show. There was a trivia show on television. And so I put my bong down, I went to the TV studio, and I auditioned to be a contestant. $1.2 million. I was one question away from winning $1.2 million. But instead of winning enough cash for a lifetime of cocaine and ladyboys, I won 10 grand. And that was enough for me to move from Los Angeles to Dubai. Now, if Dubai was a woman, she'd be Russian. Super hot, super fake, and a hell of a lot of fun if you have a hell of a lot of money. And while I was working in Dubai, in September 2008, Dubai became the most expensive city on the planet. This plastic sandcastle shithole in the middle of the goddamn desert was more expensive than great cities like Paris and Tokyo and Surabaya. It didn't make sense. Something had to give.
You have no idea.
And it did. You know, welcome the Great Recession. And so, I was in a tough spot. You know, I had lost my job, I was overseas, I didn't have any prospects for a job. And so I booked the cheapest ticket from Dubai, and that was to a place called Kathmandu. Now, I didn't realize Kathmandu was a real place. You know, I'm American geography, woohoo! And I always thought Kathmandu was an imaginary pleasure dome. You know, a place that people write poems about but never actually visit, like Shangri-La or Lovina. And if Kathmandu was a city, or if it was a woman, she would be Indonesian. Incredibly beautiful, impeccably polite, namaste, and calm, but ready to explode at any time. And I was doing in Kathmandu what a lot of you are doing here in Bali. You know, I was finding myself, I was healing, I was calling venues that sold beers for $2 expensive. And so began my 4 years of traveling. 4 years. I lived without an address. I lived without any possessions. And this is 2009, so I lived without Instagram. And an Instagram is unlike, traveling is unlike CrossFit. You can actually do it without posting about it. But after 4 years, I was ready to settle down. And I've been to dozens of countries, had Bali belly countless times, and I knew what I was looking for. And I wanted a city that had amazing nightlife, most incredible food, and 1.2 million cabe-cabean. So I moved to Jakarta. Now I know a lot of people in Canggu, it's trendy to bitch about Jakarta and our B license plates. Yeah, but fuck off. We're the ones who know how to drive. Yeah. You never hear a Jakartan complain about the Canggu shortcut. We drive through shit like that every day, surrounded by buses and bajai and bencong. And I love Jakarta. But our relationship couldn't survive the pandemic. You know, after 8 years, we broke up. So like a lot of you, I moved to Bali with a broken heart. But with hopes and dreams and white privilege. I'm still new in Bali and I'm still figuring out, but thus far, Bali seems like an American woman. Self-indulgent, annoying and cheap. But it's all right, I'm into it, so I'm here to find out. All right.